are we not celebrating what we are growing in this country? As the Christmas season approaches, the rural heart of Britain is bustling with activity. Among the farmers preparing for the festive season, Kaleb Cooper, a name synonymous with modern British agriculture, has sparked an important conversation about the value of homegrown produce. Known for his candid humor and passion for farming, Cooper's plea is simple yet profound: why are we not celebrating what we are growing in this country? In this extensive feature, we delve into Cooper's perspective, explore the challenges facing British farmers, and examine how consumers can reconnect with the land that feeds them. Through his heartfelt message, Cooper invites us to reconsider the role of farming in our lives and the importance of supporting local producers, particularly during the festive season. The spirit of Christmas on the farm. For Kaleb Cooper, Christmas is more than just a season of giving, it is a time to reflect on the abundance of the land. Cooper, best known for his role alongside Jeremy Clarkson in the hit series Clarkson's Farm, has become an outspoken advocate for British agriculture. His passion for farming runs deep, and his commitment to promoting local produce is unwavering. Christmas is a time to celebrate what we have, says Cooper. For farmers, that means taking pride in what we grow and produce. Yet, every year, I see more imported products on our tables, and it makes me wonder, why are we not celebrating the incredible food we're growing right here in this country? A call to celebrate British produce. Cooper's question taps into a broader issue within British agriculture. Despite producing some of the highest quality food in the world, British farmers often struggle to compete with cheaper imports. From turkeys and vegetables to cheese and wine, the UK offers a wealth of festive produce, yet many consumers remain unaware of the benefits of choosing local. Take Christmas dinner, for example, Cooper explains. Every ingredient on your plate, from the turkey to the sprouts, can be sourced from British farms. But how many people actually stop to think about that? How many people know the story behind the food they're eating? This disconnect between consumers and the origins of their food is at the heart of Cooper's message. By celebrating British produce, he believes we can not only support local farmers but also strengthen our connection to the land and the communities that sustain us. The challenges facing British farmers. Cooper's call to action comes at a time when British farmers are facing unprecedented challenges. Rising costs, labor shortages, and changing weather patterns have made farming more difficult than ever. Meanwhile, global competition and trade agreements have increased pressure on local producers. According to the National Farmers Union (NFU), the cost of inputs such as fertilizer, fuel, and animal feed has risen sharply in recent years. These rising costs have forced many farmers to make tough decisions, from scaling back production to diversifying their operations. Farming is not an easy job, Cooper says. It's hard work, and it comes with a lot of uncertainty. But what makes it even harder is when people don't value what we're doing. When you see imported products taking up space on shelves while local produce goes to waste, it's disheartening. Sustainability and food security. In addition to economic pressures, British farmers are also grappling with the need for greater sustainability. As concerns about climate change and food security grow, there is increasing demand for farming practices that prioritize environmental stewardship. For Cooper, supporting local agriculture is a key part of the solution. When you buy British, you're not just supporting farmers, you're supporting the environment, he says. Local produce has fewer food miles, which means less pollution. Plus, British farmers are some of the most sustainable in the world. We care about the land because we live on it. By choosing local produce, consumers can play a direct role in promoting sustainable practices and reducing their carbon footprint. This is particularly important during the festive season, when food consumption typically increases. Reconnecting with the land. Cooper also emphasizes the importance of reconnecting with the land. In an age of convenience and globalization, many people have lost touch with where their food comes from. This disconnect has implications not only for farmers but also for society as a whole. Farming isn't just about producing food, it's about preserving a way of life, Cooper explains. When people lose touch with farming, they lose touch with the land. And when that happens, we all lose something valuable. To bridge this gap, Cooper encourages people to visit farms, attend local markets, and engage with the farming community. Christmas is the perfect time to start, he says. Take your kids to a farm to see where their food comes from. Buy a locally raised turkey or some homegrown vegetables. It's about making that connection and understanding the effort that goes into every bite. The role of retailers and policy makers. While consumers play a crucial role in supporting local agriculture, Cooper believes that retailers and policymakers also have a responsibility to prioritize British produce. He calls for greater transparency in labeling and stronger incentives for supermarkets to stock local products. Retailers have a huge influence on what people buy, he says. If they put British produce front and center, more people will choose it. But it's also up to the government to support farmers and ensure that we have a level playing field. In recent years, initiatives such as the Red Tractor Scheme and the NFU's Back British Farming campaign have helped raise awareness of the importance of supporting local agriculture. However, Cooper argues that more needs to be done to protect the future of British farming. Looking to the future, despite the challenges, Cooper remains optimistic about the future of British agriculture. He believes that with the right support and a shift in consumer attitudes, local farming can thrive. I've always said that farming is the backbone of this country, he says. It's what keeps us fed and grounded. If we want to preserve that, we need to start celebrating what we're growing and producing right here. And there's no better time to start than at Christmas. A festive call to action. As families gather around their tables this Christmas, Cooper's message offers food for thought. By choosing British produce, we can not only enjoy fresher, tastier food but also support the farmers who work tirelessly to sustain us. Christmas is about gratitude, Cooper says. And there's no better way to show that gratitude than by supporting your local farmers. Let's make this a season of celebration, for our food, our land, and the people who make it all possible. Through his passion and advocacy, Kaleb Cooper reminds us of the importance of farming in our lives. This Christmas, let's honor his call to action and celebrate the bounty of the land that sustains us all. Christmas on the Farm with Kaleb Cooper. Why are we not celebrating what we are growing in this country? Here's a professional news article draft on your chosen topic. Christmas on the Farm with Kaleb Cooper. Why are we not celebrating what we are growing in this country? Kaleb Cooper, the spirited young farmer made famous by his role on the hit show Clarkson's Farm, is calling for a renewed appreciation of British agriculture this Christmas season. In a heartfelt message, he expressed concern over the lack of recognition and celebration of homegrown produce during the festive period, a time traditionally associated with abundance and gratitude. As a prominent advocate for sustainable farming, Cooper's remarks have sparked a broader conversation about the challenges facing British agriculture and the need for greater public support for local farmers. A Christmas message rooted in the soil. Christmas is a time of giving, but it should also be a time of gratitude, says Cooper, standing against the picturesque backdrop of his farm in the Cotswolds. Why are we not celebrating what we are growing in this country? We produce some of the best food in the world, yet it often feels like it's overlooked in favor of imported goods. Cooper's comments come at a time when British farmers are grappling with rising costs, labor shortages, and the impact of climate change. Despite these challenges, they continue to provide high-quality produce, meat, and dairy products that form the backbone of festive feasts across the UK. The struggles of local farmers. The farming community has faced significant difficulties in recent years. Rising energy prices and the costs of feed and fertilizer have put many farms under financial strain. Meanwhile, trade agreements and the influx of cheaper imported goods have created stiff competition for local producers. Cooper highlights these struggles in his call for change. It's disheartening to see imported turkeys on shelves when there are incredible British farmers working tirelessly to raise high-welfare birds right here, he says. We need to value and prioritize what's grown and reared on our own soil. His comments align with broader efforts to promote food security and sustainability. By choosing local produce, consumers can reduce food miles, support rural economies, and enjoy fresher, tastier food. A growing disconnect. Cooper also touched on what he sees as a growing disconnect between consumers and the origins of their food. I've met people who have no idea where their Christmas dinner comes from, he laments. It's not just about eating, it's about understanding and appreciating the hard work that goes into every carrot, potato, or cut of meat. This disconnect, Cooper argues, has implications not just for farmers but for society at large. When people lose touch with farming, they lose touch with the land, he says. And when that happens, we risk losing something vital, our connection to nature and the seasons. Celebrating British agriculture. To counter this disconnect, Cooper is encouraging people to make a conscious effort to support local farmers this Christmas. He suggests simple steps, such as shopping at farmers markets, looking for the Red Tractor logo, or even visiting a local farm to see firsthand where food comes from. Farming is not just a job, it's a way of life, Cooper says. When you buy British, you're not just buying food, you're investing in communities, traditions, and the future of our countryside. His message resonates with many in the farming community. Organizations like the National Farmers Union (NFU) have long championed the importance of supporting British agriculture, particularly during key times of the year like Christmas. Looking ahead, as the Christmas season approaches, Cooper remains optimistic about the future of British farming. While challenges persist, he believes that increased awareness and public support can help secure a brighter future for the industry. "I've always said that farming is the backbone of this country," he says. "This Christmas, let's show our farmers that we value their hard work and dedication. Let's celebrate what we're growing in this country, not just for their sake, but for ours as well." Cooper's passionate plea serves as a reminder that the choices we make at the supermarket can have far-reaching consequences. By prioritizing British produce this Christmas, consumers can help ensure that local farmers continue to thrive, preserving a vital part of the nation's heritage. Kaleb Cooper's heartfelt message is not just a call to action for the festive season but a reflection of his deep-rooted commitment to the land. As families gather around their tables this Christmas, his words offer food for thought, a reminder to cherish the bounty of the land and the hands that nurture it.